Okay, welcome back, Aquarius. Well, really, it's kind of welcome back for myself because I've been gone for so long. But let's not talk about that. If you have Aquarius in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, this reading may apply to you. So let's get into it. Let's see what is going on for Aquarians for the month of August. What you could be focusing on, you know, what's headed your way, or things to reflect on. Okay, I'm seeing some anxiety. I'm seeing some overthinking, some overanalyzing. Maybe some issues in the home. Okay. All right. So there's a restless energy here with the Eight of Wands. I just feel like you want to go. Just a part of you that wants to move. You want to get things going and on the road. Something might be getting in the way of that here. Something home related. It might even be transportation related or just issues with living conditions, things like that. Because I'm seeing here with the Nine of Swords, this is like stressing, right? Like stressing about real shit that's weighing heavily on you, and you feel like it's taking like a literal humongous spot in your mind, and it's kind of hard to focus on anything else when you have these things that you just feel so plagued by. And then we have the Four of Wands in reverse, which can represent issues within the home, but also an insecurity within you. Like we see it here, something that you are worried about. And it just seems like so much worry. Like it seems like more worry than anything else. So hopefully we can kind of redirect your view or your feelings to kind of more like problem solving than just worrying and stressing out about things that are very much so out of your control, right? So then we have the Ten of Cups here, which is kind of showing me that you really do desire synergy just between you and your environment, you and your journey, you and your path. And it's like you're really after happiness. Like you really just want to feel good and at peace with something. And there are all these little minuscule things. Some of them might be bigger than minuscule, but it just seems like there are all these little things that get in the way, and it can be very draining. So let's see what else comes out about that. Okay. So I see with the Page of Cups in reverse, you maybe feel belittled by someone or something. Oh my God. My bird Zeus is making such funny noises right now. I'm sorry. You may feel belittled by someone or something, and you don't appreciate it, and it's kind of just a dark cloud over you, and you just kind of feel like it's hard to get in touch with the side of you that is very creative and likes to explore, because you just, the raining on the parade is just really getting to you. But the Ace of Swords in reverse next to that is kind of showing me that by not reacting, I guess, and by isolating yourself or just keeping yourself in your room and not really pushing yourself to do more, or Ace of Swords, look at things from another perspective and develop a new mind frame. By not doing any of these things, you're only sabotaging yourself. Not only are you letting them win, but you're sabotaging yourself. It's not to say that like you don't have a reason to be upset. You very much so do have a reason to be upset. With the Devil in reverse, I can see how this can be something very heavy, very suffocating, all of the above. Like I totally get it, and your feelings are valid. Point blank period, your feelings are valid. But it's very important this month that you don't go numb because of it. You know, that you don't turn into this sacrificial martyr, because it's not going to get you anywhere. You can feel your feelings without, I guess, making it all about having it out for somebody. Analyze what's happening, yes. Acknowledge what's going on. You can acknowledge when you are not being treated fairly, when they are just way out of line for how they're speaking to you and how they're feeling, but then learn to let it go so that you can develop a clearer headspace and kind of propel yourself forward. Because You deserve to do that for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, now more than ever is the time to stand up for yourself, stand up for your inner child who always kind of felt disregarded in some way or forgotten. Don't forget about yourself too by going numb and kind of catching this attitude, because it's only hurting yourself, not anybody else to see it. Like, trust me, they don't care. They don't care as much as you think they do. So don't let them win in that way. Okay, so then we see the Seven of Cups in reverse. So this is kind of showing me that you are limited. Maybe your options are limited. Maybe some choices that you thought you originally had to be free and, like, you know, make better choices, or kind of like free up your space or time or resources you thought you had. Now you feel, or you see the truth of a situation and you are now limited. Okay, make do or try to get the most out of what you are limited by. This can be annoying. Yes, no one likes to feel limited, but at least now you have the information. At least now you know who you're messing with or what you're dealing with. And you don't have to keep thinking like, what if? You don't have to keep almost relying on someone that has proven to be unreliable, or relying on someone or trusting someone who has proven to be untrustworthy and frankly very selfish. Okay? So it's time that you're selfish too, and you start not only demanding what you want, but working for it along the way, little by little, pushing those boundaries. Okay. All right. So things to keep in mind this month. Abundance comes when you will it, when you allow it to come. Like I said before, don't get in your own way. Don't sabotage yourself, because it can lead. Don't sabotage yourself because it can lead to a drought very quickly. You are responsible for what you put out. You know, I feel like now you're coming into self, you're realizing, okay, I cannot rely on people as I once thought I could. So now what am I going to do about it? This is kind of releasing your codependency in small ways, becoming more independent and more forthright about what you want. Because Judgment in reverse, leaving behind in the past, like how you've been conducting yourself in the past is not going to cut it anymore. It's time to shed that skin. It's time to move on, and that's okay. King of Swords in reverse, though, without a plan, it's going to feel really foggy, really confusing. Make sure you are strategizing accordingly and from a very realistic and logical perspective. I think now you're realizing that you can't just expect things from people or the environment anymore. You do have to put in the effort to achieve. Unfortunately, it's not that easy, but what I'm seeing here is your heart is in the right place. It's one thing to preserve your ego in the presence of others, but don't lie to yourself about what you want, about how you wish you could have gotten it versus how you now have to get it, because this energy will save you. Being very transparent with yourself in private about what hurts you, what things you wish were different, all of that, just really relinquishing yourself and dissolving that ego down will help you in the long run. The more you kind of live in a state of denial about like, oh, I'm not bothered, this is fine, I knew that, it'll just kind of, I think, further confusion and further your stagnancy and also further your growth. I think you're very aware, and I think if you just move and tap into your emotions more and move from a place of vulnerability and transparency, you will inevitably be able to cultivate the congruency between body, mind, and soul. What you think, you'll put out into your actions, and things will come to fruition that way. But just don't deny yourself that moment or those moments to feel, and just be disappointed in what has been presented to you so that you can let it go faster and move on so that you can, you know, cultivate what you really want. Okay? So Aquarius, I really hope that helps or resonates in some way. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you the best of luck. If you want to book a reading with me, my website will be in the description box below, gaialect.com. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.